6 months. 4 doctors. Every test came back normal, but my daughter was clearly suffering. My daughter's stomach aches and headaches were completely real, but after 6 months of doctors telling me nothing was wrong, I finally found out they weren't caused by her body. They were caused by her mind. I want to tell you something that took me 6 months and a school counselor to understand. Your child's physical symptoms can be completely, genuinely real, while being caused entirely by stress and anxiety. And if you're in the middle of this right now, I want you to know, you're not imagining it, you're not a bad parent, and your child is not lying. It started with stomach aches. Almost every morning before school, my daughter Emma would complain her stomach hurt. We tried antacids, adjusted her breakfast, tried probiotics. Nothing helped. Then came the headaches. 2 or 3 times a week, she'd come home from school holding her head. We saw her pediatrician 4 times. They tested for food allergies, celiac disease, lactose intolerance, H. pylori bacteria, migraines. Every single test came back normal. There's nothing physically wrong with her, the doctor finally said. Have you considered that this might be stress? I was insulted. My daughter wasn't stressed. She was sick, or so I thought. Here's what no one tells you when you become a parent. Children's bodies express stress in ways that look exactly like physical illness. When your child says their stomach hurts, they're not lying. When they complain of headaches, they're not making it up. The pain is completely real. But the cause isn't always physical. Medical professionals call these psychosomatic symptoms. Physical symptoms caused or made worse by mental and emotional factors. Research shows that the prevalence of psychosomatic complaints in children and adolescents ranges between 10 and 25%. That's potentially 1 in 4 children. Stress affects nearly every system in the body. The muscular system, tense muscles causing headaches, backaches, and body pain. The digestive system, stomach aches, nausea, constipation, diarrhea. The immune system, getting sick more frequently. Sleep, difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. A groundbreaking study found that 79% of young people with recurrent abdominal pain also had an anxiety disorder, and 43% also had a depressive disorder. The problem? Parents and doctors spend months treating symptoms while the underlying stress goes completely unaddressed. The first red flag is the patterned stomachache. I worked with a child who struggled with reading. Every day during reading lessons, his stomach hurt so badly he had to visit the nurse. His parents did blood work, stool samples, ultrasounds. Nothing. Finally, someone asked, "When exactly does his stomach hurt?" The pattern was unmistakable. Only during school days. Only during reading lessons. Never on weekends. Research confirms this. Stress and anxiety are among the top triggers for gastrointestinal issues in children. The neurotransmitters controlling mood are the same ones controlling pain and digestion. Watch for stomach aches that follow patterns. Ask the key question, when does it hurt? And critically, when does it not hurt? The second symptom is recurring tension headaches. These are classic tension headaches, caused by chronically tight muscles from stress. When stressed, your body tenses as part of the fight-or-flight response. When children live in constant stress, those muscles never relax. What tension headaches look like? Dull, constant pressure, not throbbing. A feeling like a tight band around the head. Worse at the end of the day or during stressful periods. Often accompanied by tight shoulders and neck. The third symptom is regression, particularly the return of bedwetting. If your child has been toilet trained for over a year and suddenly starts wetting the bed again, it's almost always a sign of significant stress. Common triggers include parents separating, moving to a new home, the birth of a sibling, bullying, or traumatic events. What parents need to know: never punish or shame this behavior. It is not voluntary. Address the underlying stress. Bedwetting typically resolves when the stress is managed. The fourth symptom is sleep disruption. Children with anxiety or depression often have trouble sleeping. Different patterns to watch: can't fall asleep, lying awake for hours, mind racing, especially bad on Sunday nights, frequent nightmares about school, bullies, or stressful situations, waking frequently during the night and never feeling rested, My daughter would call me into her room multiple times before sleeping. I need water. I heard a noise. I can't stop thinking about tomorrow. What she was really saying was, I'm anxious, and I don't want to be alone with my thoughts. The fifth symptom is changes in appetite. Stress affects appetite in opposite ways. Some children stop eating entirely, while others eat more for emotional comfort. A child I worked with stopped eating lunch at school. Her mom packed nutritious lunches daily, but the child came home with full lunch boxes every single day. The school cafeteria, loud, crowded, and socially complex, stressed her out so much she simply couldn't eat. Watch for sudden changes in eating patterns. Only eating or not eating in certain locations or situations. Food-related issues appearing alongside other stress symptoms. The sixth symptom is vague feelings of being unwell. I just don't feel good. I feel funny. Something's wrong, but I don't know what. You check for fever. Nothing. You look for rashes. Nothing. They can't explain it. Here's what was happening with Emma. Her body was in constant stress arousal. Her nervous system was firing something is wrong signals continuously, but there was no physical illness to point to. This manifests as feeling feverish without a fever, general malaise and fatigue, vague aches and pains that move around, feeling off or weird without any identifiable cause. After months of appointments, Emma's pediatrician finally asked the right question. Emma, what's the hardest part of your school day? Emma started crying. Everything. I'm scared I'm going to fail. I'm scared I'm going to get in trouble. I'm scared the other kids don't like me. She wasn't sick. She was terrified. Her body was trying to tell us the only way it knew how, through physical symptoms that would make us pay attention. And here's what I want every parent to hear. Your child's body is trying to tell you something. Are you listening? How do you tell the difference between physical illness and stress-related symptoms? Ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Is there a pattern? Does it happen only at certain times, school days, before tests, and disappear in certain situations like weekends or holidays? 2. Have doctors ruled out physical causes? Have appropriate medical tests been done with no matching diagnoses? 3. Are there other signs of stress? Behavior changes, mood changes, sleep issues, social withdrawal? If the answer is yes to all 3, you are very likely dealing with psychosomatic symptoms caused by stress. When you realize it's stress, here are 5 steps. Step 1. Validate that the symptoms are real. Never say, it's all in your head. The pain is legitimate. It's just being caused by stress rather than physical illness. Step 2. Have an honest conversation. The doctors checked you carefully and your body is healthy, but I think maybe your stomach hurts because you're feeling worried. Can we talk about what's making you feel worried? Step 3. Identify the stressors. Academic pressure, social anxiety, perfectionism, family changes. Step 4. Address the root causes. Talk to teachers. Consider a child therapist. Adjust expectations. Step 5. Build a stress management toolkit. Deep breathing, physical activity, creative outlets, regular downtime. Research shows cognitive behavioral therapy is highly effective for somatic symptoms in children. Within 3 months of addressing Emma's anxiety, the stomach aches and headaches were 90% better. Not because we found the right medication or the right diet, because we treated the actual cause, her stress and anxiety. She still gets occasional nervous stomach before big events. That's completely normal, but she's not missing school. She's not in constant pain. She's not cycling through doctor's offices. Most importantly, she now has tools to manage stress before it manifests as physical symptoms. Your child's body is trying to tell you something. Are you listening? Yeah! If you want a practical, chapter-by-chapter guide to understanding and supporting your child's mental wellness, including the mind-body connection, stress management tools, and how to help sensitive and anxious children before stress becomes physical illness, my book Positive Minds has you covered. Link in the description below. Important disclaimer. This video provides general parenting and educational information. It is not a substitute for professional medical or mental health advice. If you have concerns about your child's mental health, please seek help from qualified professionals. Your child's mental health matters.